it's Stephanie. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. This is the tour of my trailer. So this is our hybrid trailer, and the reason they call it a hybrid is because it's part trailer and part pop-up tent trailer. So it doesn't pop up, it is always a trailer, but it does open on both ends, and they have the beds. So you get this spacious feeling, tent kind of feeling. I love that. So when you see it from the inside, you'll see what I'm talking about. The other thing that's really great about a hybrid is they're not as heavy as other trailers. So we're able to pull it with our SUV, no problem, way under the weight limit. So you just check the weight limit on your car and you'll find that a hybrid is definitely the way to go with a lighter weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you inside and show you. We bought used. That's another reason why the hybrid is great, because they're affordable. They're kind of affordable, especially if you buy used like we did. So we got a really nice deal, and we've done a lot of fixing up and upgrading, and I just want to take you on a little tour. So first we're going to go inside, and then I'm going to close it and show you what it looks like completely closed, inside and out. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi. Before you come in, you have to see that mat down there. It says, I don't camp, I glamp. And that is about what you're about to see. But come on in. I'll let you grab that door. So welcome to our little trailer. So 1 year ago, we got this and we were camping in it. And I made a video of that if you want to see what it looked like before. And we knew we were going to make some changes, because we did that with a pop-up tent trailer, which I also have on this channel if you want to see the tour of that before and after. But I'm finally ready to show the after, and I just have to say that it's hard to ever say it's finished because I keep thinking of more things to do. So just right off the bat, we painted these walls. They were kind of this weird plasticky kind of wallpaper, whatever you want to call it. So we painted those white. When I say we, hubby did some of it, I did some of it. It was definitely a teamwork here, and he did the painting. And a couple of other things that we did is I covered the cushions, and I also did the molding, and I covered this jackknife sofa, and I did video these processes. They're two different videos, and so I did video those. So this is the bunk end that's in the front of the trailer. It's the queen, and then there's a full on that end. So a couple of more changes that we made is I covered the cushions on the dinette set, and I covered the cushions on the jackknife sofa. I replaced the curtains, and I replaced the privacy curtains. And I'd just like to show you what that looks like, because these are cool. I really didn't want to block it, and I didn't want to lose the light because I love the light so much. So I just did a double of this. Ew, there's a spider. I did a double of this, and it's just perfect. Although I hardly ever close them. But now I'm wanting hubby to get that spider. So stop the camera. Okay, that spider is now gone, and we can continue the tour. I loved the idea that this kind of had a 70s vibe to it. And I have a video on how I chose this fabric, because I really thought it was going to be blue, like the pop-up. And blue is my favorite color. This color is nowhere near any of the colors I usually would pick. But I fell in love with this fabric. So everything sort of revolves around my theme fabric. And I didn't want to overdo it with too many patterns. But I see I do have a lot of patterns in here. But I just went with what I like. And I recommend that. I think that's the way to go. And I thought macrame would be the thing to add. So I bought these macrame little valances on eBay. And I bought this little holder on eBay too. And I put all the TV remote controls and plugs in there, and my phone charger. I also made some cute little banners. You see the banners? And I covered a couple of pillows. Actually, I bought the macrame pillows on Amazon, and I covered the one in the center with my theme fabric. And I think I have a video on that. If I don't, I'm probably going to put one. And I also love these little baskets that you get at the dollar store. They fit in here perfectly. And I don't have them packed with anything at all, because what I put in here is things that we're traveling with. Like it could be toiletries or vitamins or food or whatever. So these are pretty much always empty. And then I wanted to show you something cool, because every time we travel, we seem to find cool things. I was in some drugstore and I found these, and they're meant to go on a door, like to stop the, you know, the wind from coming underneath your door. And what I do is I throw them on the end of my beds, and that blocks bugs and it keeps it a little warmer. And actually all these pillows that we have, we keep those in the trailer. They're not just decorative. So, you know, you're in a small space, and so you need a cute little pillow to like maybe put on your back or under your knees, or I like to line them if it's windy. I just line them around the edge of the bed. And so we actually keep those in here, although this is not what our bed looks like when we're camping. Okay, just so you know, it's kind of like real estate. I staged it. I made it look pretty for you, for this video. But when we're camping, I use a comforter and sheets and a bunch of regular pillows. And our heads are on this end and our feet are on that end. We don't sleep this way. We sleep this way, just in case people ask. So far as we like the dinette, some people take those out, but we like that. And, you know, hubby's often sitting there with his computer, and we like to sit there and eat, and just so many cool things. So let's see, what else? Can I just point out this rug down here? This is the first thing I bought for the trailer. That was back when I thought the whole thing was going to be blue. But upgrading from the pop-up, I would say for me, the biggest difference is just got a lot more convenience. I mean, we have an air conditioner and a microwave. We have a refrigerator and a stove and a full bathroom. Like we have a shower and a toilet. And I didn't have any of that with my pop-up tent trailer. So I'm super happy to have all of that. I have a lot of storage. I have a lot of cabinets, and I have different things in different ones. This is kitchen stuff, and that's more like a lot of lights and lanterns and things like that. Down there is the heaters. I wanted to show you something cool that came with the pop-up. It belongs in here. So this is a little fan, and it hangs right on here, plugs right into the trailer, and you just turn it on, get a fan. And then also it has a light. So that's pretty cool. So I keep those in a drawer. And then the other thing too, that these mattresses are heated. So you just plug in a little cord, and we have been, when we went to Oregon, I have a video on that. When we went to Oregon for 2 weeks, it was cold, like really cold. And we did use the heated mattresses. And when you're heating up in a tent trailer, we're actually a tent trailer, even though it's a hybrid, it can get kind of condensy, like it can get kind of wet. And so what you do is you just open a corner, even though it's freezing cold, you open up a corner of your window, and that helps a lot. And I got that from the mini groups. I mean, honestly, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. I go on Pinterest. I go on Instagram. I get so many ideas from all of those places. That's where most of my ideas come from. So if you haven't looked in those places or gone to those groups, there's so much for you to see. Okay, let's go this way now. So now we're in the kitchen. If we were on a boat, we would call it the galley. So maybe it seems more like that. But we have this cute little stove, and it has a stove top. And I went to the store with measurements and bought a cutting board the size of my stove top. And I keep that just stacked right there. And when I'm kind of cooking, or we're having, I would rather have counter space if we're not actually using the stovetop. So this is our dish drying mat, and then this came with the trailer. Although I'm sad somebody used it actually to cut, and it has all the cut marks, but it fits into the sink. And so we end up with a lot of counter space with these cutting boards. But basically, I'll just show you how I do this. Right there. How handy is that? And then any pans, I keep a lot of pans in the stove. Well, not a lot, just this one cool one. And then, because there's not a lot of room, it's a tiny little stove. And then I have stuff in here, and there's all these little drawers, refrigerator. I put all my packing bags in here. I'd like to do a video just showing you how we pack and unpack, because I have some really cool ideas, because I keep all the bedding in these big plastic bags, and then I put the bags in here when we make the beds, and then we just put all our bedding in the shower when we're traveling. And you can see that in our Oregon trip, but I might just do a video on just that. As far as how cute is this bathroom? Super cute, super cute. And then there's this bunk here. So on this bunk, I want to show you something. What I want to show you is, a lot of people ask, is this the original mattresses? Oopsie. Is this are these the original mattresses that came with the trailer? Yes, they are. But to make them more comfortable, I purchased some foam mattress toppers at Walmart. And what I did is, they are in a sort of a duvet cover, because these pieces of foam, those fall apart if you keep taking them off, on, off, on. On the pop-up, I left them on all the time, and they didn't have any problem. But in here, we have to really make and unmake the beds just so that everything will fit. So what I do is I just fold these up and put them in one of my big bags, and that's awesome. So I have this little duvet made out of sheets and Velcro at the end. If you want, I will make a video about how I did that. I could show you. But that's pretty much makes it super comfy. And I really don't think there's anything else that we did different. Do you think? Is there anything else we did? So I'm going to introduce you to hubby now. He's holding the camera, so he gets to be a part of this. Yes. Okay, hubby, this is your chance.
Oh. Wow.
Do you love it?
I absolutely love it.
Okay, a lot of people think that guys would not like this kind of dressed up, glampy camper, that it's just not comfortable for a guy.
No, it's super comfortable. And, you know, if it had been left to me, nobody would want to camp in it anyhow. So.
Do you want to know what I tell people?
What's that?
He married a girl.
It's true.
He married a girl. He didn't marry a boy. He's got to live with a girl, and this is what girls live like.
Yep. I'm fine with it. You know, I love the inside. I love the decoration. You know, I might think a little bit more maybe about the, you know, the construction of it and how easy it is to tow. And, you know, it's, you know, when the sides are folded in, it's really not a long trailer, so you can park it in small places, and it just expands out to this huge trailer, and we love it. I don't think I'd want to get anything bigger than this, really, for the places we go.
This year that has passed, and all the trips that we've taken, and we've filmed most of them, so you can go look on the channel, but every single trip we've taken, we've learned something new, and something's changed about this trailer. Yeah. The first time we learned that we didn't know we didn't have anything. It didn't have anything. You got to watch that video. No cords, no hoses. And then last summer, we found out that our battery doesn't last very long, and we were boondocking, which was no hookups. And we learned a lot about that, and we upgraded our battery. So we need to show that as a video, because that was really cool.
We found out a car battery, which trailer had, lasts about one night. So it was, and then we were in a place with no electricity, so it was hard.
We actually like the hookup places. You know, we love having those, but the difference is, I have found, in my opinion, that the places that have the hookups, they're not cool places to be, you know? It's just kind of like a parking lot. But when you are boondocking, it's way more pretty and camping, like more camping. Yeah,
you get more out in the woods, you know, when you're doing that, or right up on the coast, which is super cool.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a couple things like, you know, I really have sympathy for somebody who's just starting camping with a trailer, because there's so many little things that you don't know. You know, what the battery runs, what the plug-in electrical runs.
So we'd rather be camping right now. We're in our yard, but we'd rather be camping right now. And we kind of got sidetracked by being, you know, quarantined. If you're watching this video anytime near the time we shot it, we're all under stay-at-home orders and we can't go. We've even thought maybe they would let us go. So we called some of the campgrounds we want to go to and they're all shut down. So we can't go anywhere. Ugh.
It's crazy.
No. But it does seem like every time we camped, we changed something about this trailer, and we're still doing that. And I can't even call it finished because I still have other ideas of things I want to do. And I'm going to tell you the best thing we did. The best thing we did. When we bought it, we found out that we ran over our heads and that this trailer was sold without its components. It didn't have any hoses. It didn't have any cords. It didn't have anything. And we didn't know that. We didn't even know to look for that. And we found a guy, a mobile trailer repair guy, and he came out, and for very little, he checked the whole trailer over. And he found a leak and he fixed it. You know, he found a leak and he proposed how to fix it. He actually told us how to fix it. We asked him to do it. So he fixed it, and he walked us through how to use it, like what to look at and what things were. And we were educated, and it was worth everything. And he has done more things on our trailer and fixed things, and we've broken a few things, we bashed a few things, and he's fixed it. Yeah. So find a good trailer guy. And we found out, we bought the trailer and had him come look at it, but we found out that he would look at it before you buy it. So you might have someone in your area that does that, and they can kind of let you know if you're getting a lemon or not. Luckily, we got a really good one, and it was a good deal.
Yeah. And amazingly, it's been sitting down here, you know, all winter long, and we went through, now that we know how to work everything, and plugged everything in, and doggone it, everything works. You know, water heater,
it does,
toilet,
it all works.
Air conditioner.
The air conditioner works.
Air conditioner
we didn't even
works.
turn that on until like a week ago, because we don't live in a very hot climate, but we could go to one.
Yeah.
Can I just show you something cute? I want to show you these little salt and pepper shakers. I brought these out to the trailer on purpose because this is the exact kind of little salt and pepper shaker that my grandma had in her kitchen. And I put it in here to think about her, because when I was little, my grandma and grandpa came to visit us, and they brought their Shasta trailer, and we got to sit in there and have lunch, and I just fell in love with this whole idea of a trailer. And as an adult, that is the actual memory that drove me to want this life and to want a trailer of my own. And it's just kind of like in honor of her. I have a little piece of her in my trailer. Any last words?
No. I mean, tag to that story, our grandkids spent the night in it up at Silver Lake.
I've got that on the channel.
That was a lot of fun.
Can't wait for the next one.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, we have family camp coming up. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. We handed down the pop-up to my daughter and her kids, and can't wait. That we will definitely film that when we're with our old pop-up and our new hybrid. So they will be together.
Yep. I mean,
if we get to go anywhere.
Yeah, if the quarantine lifts, it's crazy. But you know,
I don't know where you are. We're in California. So
what's interesting is that you can never have the best, because we've gone shopping at an RV store, and you can walk through like a motorhome that's worth like a couple $100,000. The thing looks like a palace. But
right.
When we go to family camp, this is going to be the palace, and everybody else will be like in tents and maybe a small pop-up. So we'll be the king of the hill during family camp.
Don't let them watch this video.
Oh. They'll all want to be coming and spend the night in here.
Well, let's end with a few pictures. I'll show a few pictures just before and after so you can see what we did. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Please give us a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to the channel. We will be doing trips this summer and showing you our travels and any upgrades that we do. And some upgrades that we did do and haven't filmed yet or put into the channel. So please subscribe, ring the little bell so you'll know when we make a new video. And we'll see you soon in the next video.
All right. See you.
Bye. What's that noise?
The cat just jumped up on the awning and then is on top of the trailer.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I just scared the shit out of him. He just flew. Okay, so as you can see, it's all closed. So let's go inside and take a look at what it looks like on the inside when it's all closed up. So here we are on the inside. Let me just show you the whole view. So you see it's really open and there's a lot of room in here. In fact, if we were like traveling and we just wanted to quickly stop and have lunch, we could come in here and sit at the table, have lunch, or we could take a nap, or we could actually sleep in here overnight without opening the beds. Maybe it's raining, maybe we don't have a place to stay, and I know there are places that will let you stay in their parking lot, but maybe not with a hybrid, or maybe not with the pop-outs, and we could just sleep in here. This jackknife sofa folds out into a bed, and the 2 benches by the table fold out into a bed, so we could cook in here, we could you know, like I said, have a meal, sleep overnight. In the hybrid community, we call that turtling, like a little turtle. So I love our hybrid. We're so happy with it. It's just been a dream, and kind of shown it to you. But if you really want to see us like camping in it, watch some of our trips. I'll put some links in. I also have a playlist. You can see all of our trips, and I do show you things like packing and different kinds of ideas of what we're bringing. But on my next trip, I'll try to do a full-on packing and setup and take down and do some of that coming up. So be sure and subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and just know that I do other videos, not just my camper. So stay tuned, and if you see sewing and fashion, take a look at those too. But if you want to hold out for camping, it's coming as well. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll see you next time. Happy camping. Bye now.